Namaskar, welcome to yet another session of GG Delhi NCR. We are back to continue celebration, and in fact, today is the fourth session of this month, and we've been celebrating GG's first birthday. So we're continuing with that celebration, and with me, I have Sanchita. Well, definitely here. Cheers to GG
Yeah,
Delhi
cheers to
NCR.
all of you as well.
Cheers to all of
Yeah.
you. Yes, to all of us for staying with us, for joining us for these sessions. And if you are joining us for the first time today, don't you worry. We have all the sessions up on our YouTube channel, and we will be sharing those links very soon for you because I do see some of the new members joining in today. Some of you have already put your hellos in the chat, and I welcome all of you if you're joining us for the first time or if you have been here with us through our journey. Our GEG stands for Google Educators Group, and I'm Sangeeta Gulati, leader of GEG Delhi NCR. But it does not matter where you are, you can still be part of us, join us, learn with us. And the four main pillars of Google Educators Group is to empower, inspire, share, and learn. And that's what we do. And with me, I have a fantastic team of four, or rather three other members, out of which I have only co-leader Sanchita today. The two other are very busy this weekend, and so they won't be able to join me. But I have co-leader Sanchita Ghosh with me. So Sanchita, go ahead. Uh, Introduce yourself, of course, but let's get started with you.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. And thank you. I can see a lot of birthday wishes coming in the chat as well. So thank you so much for joining in on our fourth day of, or rather, fourth week of our birthday month celebrations. So that's wonderful to see all of you. And yes, as Sangeeta ma'am rightly said, we've got some new members coming as well. So a warm welcome to you as well. And, as they say, I don't know the entire poem, the sher that is very famous, that something, and then Karwa banta chala gaya. Kind of, I started alone, but then as more people joined in, it became an entire caravan, an entire journey for so many of us together. So please forgive me for my poor memory, but I struggle with that all the time. I'm a history teacher primarily, and I really feel truly blessed that I got a chance to co-lead GG Delhi NCR along with Sangeeta ma'am and our two other captains. I'm also the share captain, which means I do kind of try to keep up with all of the social media, though I don't do that alone. I have Vibha, who very powerfully supports that entire social media journey that we do as well. So a lot of the graphics and stuff that you will see up on our social media handles, Vibha also contributes in a very big way to that. Today's session, I'm very excited about. Mainly because in my classes I get a lot of special needs children as well, and we often struggle because history is a very language heavy subject. So anyone who struggles with language, and because I teach in English, if they struggle with English, then it's a struggle with the subject as well. Today's session is going to be really important, not only for teachers who teach English, but also any teacher who teaches a language heavy subject, especially English, in the English medium, and special educators who work with special needs kids more as, if not as a regular classroom teacher, but as a counselor, as a supporter of what goes on in the main classroom. I think this is going to be a very valuable session. I'm not going to take up any more time. I'm going to hand it right back to Sangeeta ma'am so she can introduce our special guest for the day.
Right, and definitely without any more delay, I'm going to bring up our guest for this evening. So welcome, James. James Abela is here from Malaysia, and we are very honored to have Mr. James Appella joining us today. And again, as I said, this is a Google Educators Group, so we do, of course, at times bring in some experts who are maybe building a product, but this is a platform where we welcome teachers who are doing wonderful things and who are building products for students and for teachers to make education a great experience. And I'm very, very happy to welcome Mr. James Abela, who is a teacher. He's been a long time teacher of computer science. He's been working at, I guess, since 1998 in the computing field. He's been working on with a passion to give students the ability to think computationally. Now, that is in fact something that all of us need to build up, not only the students. I think that teachers also need to build up on that skill of computational thinking. So he's been teaching at the school which I am missing out. I think it is the Garden. So maybe James
Yeah,
can fill
Garden
that in.
International in Kuala Lumpur.
Garden International, right? Sorry, I kind of misplaced that one a little info somewhere. So and he's got a whole lot of I would say stars to his crown. He has been working, of course, in the field. He's got published number of books, journal articles written for Linux users as well. He's spoken at the very first, and I'm very, very keen to know more about this, the Raspberry Jam at Cambridge University. So that's the little, again, very, very, I would say, exciting news or a platform for anyone who's a computer science geek. Scratch Day is Google Singapore Bet, again, a wonderful platform for any edtech enthusiast to be on, and many other. And of course, he organizes the KL Teach Me. So supporting teachers of Malaysia definitely is one of his passion as well. So we are very honored. Thank you so much, James, for accepting our invite to be here. To bring the very special product that you keep working on. And I heard about it, and I thought that teachers are going to benefit with something which sounds so powerful as a reading difficulty power tools. So it's, the title itself speaks a lot about what it can do, but we are eager to listen to you. So over to you. Please give your background introduction. Let us know who you are, what you would like to add on to what little I have said for you. But
well, I'll keep it very simple. And I would stress that, yes, I am a computer science teacher, but today I'm not here to talk to anybody about computer science. I'm here to show you what a computer science teacher can do to help other subjects. And although it's a kind of product in beta, this is something I'm giving as a free open source tool. So I'm not charging for this in any way, shape or form. If you like it, please use it. And if you think you can make it better, then of course you're welcome to play and improve the source and do whatever. But I think it's now at a stage where it's very useful, and we've had about 1,100 teachers testing it. So we are getting to a point now where I think it's going to save. And SEN teachers and EAL teachers have said it could potentially save them about 30 hours of planning a year. And it was designed originally for my own students in my own tutor group because they were having problems. And, as teachers, we're well educated. We sometimes speak in very sophisticated ways. We use complex vocabulary. And that's not where our students are at. And sometimes we don't realize things are difficult. Now, I've always had to fight to learn everything I've learned, but I see it every day. For me, as a teacher of computer science, I have to make what a lot of people think is difficult easy. I'm sure, Sangeeta, you in maths are the same. You have to explain things really nicely and simply. And it is, but it's something that doesn't get across to all subjects. And so it is very much a passion project for me. I am a Google innovator, and obviously I am involved with various GEGs at one time or another in Southeast Asia, especially since we've been online. I think I've spoken at GEGs, well, far and wide, I think is the right word for it. Although I tend to hesitate the US ones because they're right in the middle of the night for KL. So let's get started then. So can you put my slides up?
Absolutely. There you are.
Yes. And this is exactly, it's not the most subtle title, but it does what it says on the tin, and it really helps people to analyze text automatically. And if you look at this, Sanchita, I'm sure you can read this, no problem at all, right? But I hope I've done it in a way that you could see that this is fairly difficult vocabulary, right?
It is. Yes, it is. And I know some of my students will definitely struggle with some of the words there in that little sentence.
Yes. Yeah. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to give you like a 20-second demo of the kind of thing that we can do. And hopefully teachers get that kind of realization that, hang on a minute, we've got something going on here. Let's do something about it. Now, what you're seeing right now is, of course, a prepared demo. However, I'm so confident in my tool, or because I'm not charging anything for it, I am going to do a live demo later. And so everybody can follow along and we'll be able to play. So there you go. Oh, okay. Okay. So we're just seeing the core features. And so if you are teaching English, what you will find is that you're getting something that will help you with all of the language analysis as well. And some people have actually been using it for other purposes because they actually want to do vocabulary work and things like that. And that's also great. I'm happy for you to use it. This is what people say they would like out of a session like this. Obviously, we are doing this live on YouTube, so I haven't had a chance to sample it. And by and large, this is what people get out of a session like this. So hopefully. In today's session, we are going to have a discussion. Sanchita, I'm sure you're ready to get in there. Sangeeta, I'm sure you'll help. And talk about rich vocabulary versus lexical complexity. I think this is something very important in history in particular, you know, when we're talking about things of cultural significance. Then we're going to show the toolkit. And then we're going to look at pre-teaching vocabulary. Now, this for some of you could be something that is bread and butter work. So if you're an EAL teacher, you'll probably want to get stuck into the tools and you might not need this. But for those people who don't day in, day out teach English, then I think it's very useful to see a couple of the models. And finally, some of the linguistic support tools we've got. And so, right, Sanchita, time to put you on the spot.
Okay, ready.
Okay, Sanjita, you can join in too. Okay, 3 things here, which is most important. I want a commitment.
Okay, rich vocabulary is definitely essential for my subject because there are a lot of ways we can ask the same question. And often we see in public exams in particular, because I work with students who do sit for the board examinations in 10th and 12th. And sometimes the words can be difficult to understand. For instance, one of the words where so many of our students struggle is they often get mixed up with the word cause and consequence.
Yes.
They actually mean 2 very different things, but they often get
Yes.
that mixed up. So they need to be very good with their vocabulary. And often these words are high frequency as well. They keep coming, popping up every time we are studying anything. We look at
one of
causes and
the
consequences.
dangerous things with this is that, you know, high frequency words might be high frequency in your subject, for instance. They might not be high frequency elsewhere. And this is an old English teaching trick. We could throw any 3 words up there and get a conversation started. So, Geeta, what would you say? Would you go along with that, or would you say there's something different?
Yeah, even, you know, being a maths teacher, for us, also the vocabulary is important.
Yeah.
We do emphasize on the vocabulary, and, you know, building math vocabulary is one of the skills and one of the agenda even for a maths teacher. So definitely absolutely. That's most important.
And it does depend a lot on what you're doing and what you're teaching. And rich vocabulary is that idea of difficult vocabulary that adds flavor, you know, the richness. Think of the food. You know, English is we love our food. And I think it might also be the Malaysian in me coming out a little bit here. So yeah, we talk about rich vocabulary. And they all have key points. You know, when you look at rich vocabulary, It's the ability to say what they mean, understand a wider variety of text, which is what you were talking about just now in history. Ability to grasp ideas, again, power of persuasion. If you want to persuade somebody, you need to sound intelligent and make a good impression on others. You know, high frequency words, if you're going to have the reading speed and understanding, you need to build that up. And that's especially important in maths, right? If you don't know those key words, it's going to slow you down. I don't know in India how important, but a lot of Singaporean maths is based on these kind of word puzzles and things that are actually phrased in words, and then the maths is around that. So yeah, important. And then authentic materials, you know, text in the classroom to make the learning experience more memorable for the learner. If it's something that's important to the learner, it's real, it's going to be more interesting, isn't it? Yeah. If it's a problem or something that they have, they're going to go with it. Okay. So these are the three, and these two are very much always in conflict with each other. Rich vocabulary and high frequency words are in conflict, and the ability to use authentic materials is often limited by the fact that it's going to have a lot of difficult words in it. So the first function I'm going to show you is that whenever you put a piece of text into the tool, it will give you a difficulty guide straight away. Then copy, paste, assess. So you can do that in literally 30 seconds. You can say to myself, hey, this is a good piece of text. You know what, this is not a great piece of text. Yeah, you can do that a lot quicker. You can analyze it and you can say, no, this is culturally important, or no, actually, let me go find something else. There must be something better on the internet or something elsewhere. So it moves you to make a quick decision, see how long a student might take to read it, and likely problem areas to decide if you want to invest more time in it. Right, let's have a look at a few of these. I know neither of you are EAL teachers, so we'll play fair. Okay, Sanjita, the one on the left. Cherish, do you love it? Want to keep it, change it, or chuck it? Chuck means throw away.
Yeah, yeah. I
Colloquial
have a
English.
dream. Of course, we cherish that. I think we cherish that across the world. It's that one speech
Okay,
which I
you
think
cherish, that's fair.
epitomizes, equal rights.
Yeah.
Nobody being left behind. I think that's such a powerful speech, and it's always so aspirational, inspirational to go through that speech. It's one of the readings that my students, I definitely make them do before they are out of my hands.
Okay, what about the one on the top left?
That's a wrapper, I think, from some confectionery. I might just chuck that. Yeah, I might not care about it so much.
Unfortunately, the kid has a peanut allergy.
Then truly chuck it.
Yeah, no, maybe they have to chuck the whole thing, including. Yeah.
Or maybe pick up
now, if
something
you are
which doesn't have
teaching
a
English as a foreign language, you might have to cherish this and actually teach it, because if that child does have a peanut language or something, you're going to have to teach it, right? But otherwise, it's got no real cultural value from a history point of view, right? The Economists?
Well, I might want to keep this as if I see why the EU's COVID vaccination program went wrong. If I'm looking at a history teacher, I might want to keep this as a comparative study, maybe looking at the Spanish flu 100 years ago and the current COVID thing. So yeah, kind of
something like
hold
The
on
Economist is interesting because it does have a lot of difficult vocabulary. And then the question is there a better, simpler source? So sometimes
then one might want to change it, make it easy to read.
Yeah. So it
easy
depends if there is an easier source. This one here, English teachers will probably recognize because it's simplified English. This has actually already been simplified. VOA is Voice of America, and these items have been deliberately simplified. So I probably cherish this one. In terms of chuck, it depends on your purpose, on what you're doing. Yes, a lot of people are prepared to chuck this, but if you are living in a foreign country, like you're living in England, you're living in India, you might need to cherish this, learn it, because you're learning the language. You know, that one was, so just something to think about. Okay, and so to bring this down to hard text, you know I'm a computer science teacher. I love a good flow chart. I like to break those problems right down to the nitty gritty. So evaluating text, and we've kind of, it's been nice because we've actually been able to chat about this, and you have always asked that question to yourself, is this culturally important? And I can hear it every time you do an analysis, you're thinking, is this something useful? Is this something that's going to be cherished or not? And in which case, yes, you're going to pre-teach it. Otherwise, no. Then you're going to say to yourself, I can play with this, simplify the vocabulary, or it has got vocab I need to teach, in which case I'm going to pre-teach it. And that's really what we're doing with evaluating any text is this an important text in the first place? Is this something we do have to cherish? We shouldn't change? Or is this something we can just change, edit? You know, it's just normal things. So, for example, that Economist article, I probably wouldn't have been too shy about changing and playing with it, because in itself, it's probably not culturally significant. Whereas I have a dream speech, that's like the gold standard, isn't it? Okay, so now we're going to look at a couple of the key features. So we've got highlighting. Literally is going to highlight all the difficult words. We can add a low frequency word table, and those links will take you straight to a dictionary. So that should save a bit of time. And that creates a table of difficult words. And then you can add notes if there's something important about those words. You can create a spreadsheet, which is very useful if you want to do language planning or analysis. And from that, you will have all the tools you need to teach a piece of vocabulary. Okay, right, this is where I need to stop this share just for a minute, and we're going to go across to our live demo. Okay. Okay, let me just, okay, 1 second. Okay, so I just need to share something. Share screen. My memory reminds me that when I do this bit, I need to share the whole screen. Can everybody? Okay, I need to wait a second or two. Perfect. So this is the website. I'm sure it's about to appear as a banner very shortly. So RDPT. Okay. It's a good idea to pop it into the chat as well.
I'll do that.
Okay, good. Okay. So, yeah, okay. It's coming up now. Okay, so hopefully you can see it's Sites Google View RDPT. Sangeeta, has that appeared on the YouTube and the thing in case people are following along?
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, I'm good, but I can't see everything at once. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll down. There's a few ways to get to it. I'm going to just click open the beta because that seems the obvious way to do it. However, I've put about 3 links to make sure you take the hint. Okay, so this is now 100% live. There is no speed up option, no cheating. Here we go. Make a copy. And it's on Google server, so it ought to be blistering fast. And unfortunately, it's Saturday night, and I'm not sure the team in Google are prioritizing my request. They should be, of course. Okay, give it a second or two. Okay, now if you're doing this at home, the speed of it should be about the same as this. It's not being particularly fast for me today, which just proves that I haven't rigged this in any way, shape, or form. Oh, very nice scrolling. That looks really exciting. This is the latest news. Trust me. I'm a little bit worried now that I've overstretched myself. Give it a second or two. Okay.
It's usually when we are live, you know, the bandwidth gets affected.
Oh,
so
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No
It's
problem.
not too bad today.
Yeah.
It is getting there. It's just being a bit slow. But I need the toolbar to appear. So that's the important thing.
No problem.
The instructions are working. It is definitely on a go slow today. Hang on, it looks promising. Okay. Ah, there we go. You know, what were we saying, Sanchita, about patience and waiting for everybody to come along?
Yes, absolutely.
That's right. Yeah,
And more so
absolutely.
when we are kind of connecting across boundaries. I think
That's
these
well, we are
skills become
connecting
even more
through quite a few
important.
boundaries. This is actually probably being stored in the States. And I'm in Malaysia, you're in India. We're pretty international at this point. Okay,
Yes, we
so
are.
Yes.
what we're going to do now is the first time you do this, you do actually need to click on something. So I'm going to just click on the About RDPT, and you will need authorization required because it is a beta. Click or continue. Okay. Yes, that's fine. So you have to click on your Google ID. Okay. Now, Google hasn't verified this app. It is a beta. We haven't put it through the App Store yet. So please have a look at the advanced and continue if you understand the risks, that trust the developer. I do trust myself, and we do not collect any data. Okay, all the data is kept by Google. So if you trust Google, you're okay, and you can see that. So I'm just going to go to that. Now this bit here tells you exactly what I'm going to do. And I need to do all of these things because I am going to create spreadsheets for you and I am going to edit your documents. But we only do it for the document that you choose this on. And it is fully open source. You can see the code whenever you like. Okay, authorization successful. Thank you very much for that. Okay. So once I've done that, let's see. Okay, difficulty guide, yes. 16 to 18, well, that's good. These are the instructions. Now, don't worry, the instructions are safely stored on the website. I'm just about to hit the delete button. All gone, okay? Now, Sanchita, I hear there's an exciting assignment about the Harappa?
Yes,
Oh,
Harappan
yes,
civilization. Yeah.
Harappan civilization, which I clearly knew a lot about 30 seconds ago, okay? I'm just going to copy and paste that in. It's a fascinating civilization. It must be a fascinating civilization because that's what it says in the first sentence.
Yes, it is, especially because of its town planning system, which I think many modern cities cannot replicate even today. And this is a 5,000-year-old civilization we're talking about.
Yeah, town planning. Now, there's a good idea. Okay, so we've got an article here that I've literally copied and pasted. Now, I'm a good person. We are not going to be plagiarizing here. Oops. Adapted from this website here. Okay, if you have a genuine interest in this, then this is the website that we've adapted it from. Now, obviously, I am somebody, a teacher who cares, who spends time analyzing the text, and I think let's have a look and see how difficult this text would be. Okay, no pressure now, but what age group would you be teaching this to? How old would it be the students you teach this to?
My students would be anywhere between 16 to 18 years of age.
16 to 18.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at this text. Oh, good news, 16 to 18. Run to a winner.
But we
However,
also teach this in grade 6. So those
okay,
children would be about 10 or 11 years old. So
okay.
I mean, what if
So
I'm using
if
this
it
for the
was for
little
your
ones?
16, 17-year-olds, they were normal students, not special needs kids, and they were English speakers, we reckon you're probably okay. Okay.
Yeah.
However, if that is the unaided reading age, 16 to 18, and you'll see straight away why when I get the highlighting up. So you will see there's a whole ton of difficult words in here, which I think would be fairly challenging for younger students. Now, you might say to yourself, okay, 16 to 18-year-olds, I think it will be just good enough if I think I'll just add a low frequency word table, and that's probably all you would need to do for 16 to 18-year-olds. So you can see all these words. You might even decide to take a few of these out. So if you look at this, Mesopotamian. Okay, now that really is an ancient civilization. Okay, so I know I'm just discovering myself as we do this. And that would be a very fine way of helping. And then for those younger students, you might want to add some notes. You might want to change what's going on in here. Okay. Now, good news, bad news situation for you. We've decided to send in the most senior, nastiest inspector in Delhi to go check your lesson out that day. And they're not going to be very impressed that you have done nothing, that you've done anything. But, you're a hard-working teacher. Before you give out any text, you do a thorough analysis of the difficult words, don't you? Do you? Thorough. Okay.
Yes.
Now, you have two choices here. You could do the low-frequency words only, and for your own purposes, that's probably enough. But you are a hard-working teacher. You would analyze every single word. So we're going to analyze the full works. And if you are doing something more linguistic, this could be very useful. Okay. It's amazing how we managed to generate the spreadsheet faster than anything else. So this is why I need to write to a spreadsheet. So let's press up. And this is literally going to provide you with an analysis of every single word in the document. Okay. Give it a second or two. Spreadsheet is just taking a second. Now, as you can imagine, of course, when you did your planning, you went through by hand and did every single word, because that's what you do for every single lesson. Okay. I automatically put the filters and everything ready to go so that you can decide by word frequency. If you prefer just to have the low frequency words, you could have done that as well. That was the other button. So if we look here, we can see exactly what's going on, what kind of words you'll be teaching, and how important they are. And if you're teaching English as a foreign language, you might want to be keeping these so that you can see how often you're recycling, reusing, and using the same words. So that's why we have that function there. Okay.
I think this is super powerful. I mean, I'm just seeing how much time I'm going to be saving with the next essay that I'm going to assign to my students.
That's good then. And I have one last important little trick. So obviously that would do all that analysis for you. No. Okay. So high frequency word list, all of those kind of things are there for you. But the other thing is, when you're teaching a piece of history and you get a document like this, you want to show people what are the important words that are being used, what are the words that are being emphasized, and it will automatically generate a word cloud for you. So you can see, okay, this is definitely about civilization, okay? And depending on the text you're doing, you will see all of the important words, and it generates this automatically for you. If you want to download a PDF, you can, or view as a PNG file. If you want to copy and paste it into Google Slides, you can. Of course, you can take a screenshot if you want to too, and have a look at those things. But that means you can instantly look at any document and look for the keywords that are going on. Yeah.
This is so powerful visually. Yeah.
Yes. And for history teachers, I think you might have a look at some of these. We have something called an Engram word. Now, I don't know if your history extends as far as linguistics.
No, not so much, but it would be a good thing to kind of try out with you.
That's right. So what we have here is the word history of this word here, depict. So you can see that it is been used for a long time, fallen out of use for quite a long time, and since about 1950, it's picked up usage again. Now, I'm not going to go into the details. The details are on the website. However, as you can imagine, a word like Harry Potter is currently incredibly popular, but it's only been featured in 6 books. And engrams don't completely tell this. Legal documents and things like that, and for example, copyright documents and things are all given equal weighting on this. So there are a few limits, but it does give you a very good idea of the word usage and how popular a word is. So if we choose a really popular word, like the, you can see the difference, right? This one is 5% of all words. It's actually become less popular for some bizarre reason, but given the popularity, yeah.
And how does one work without the?
Well, yeah, exactly. But if you're a linguist, then obviously there's less selected usage being used. And people are using the a little less. A little less. I wouldn't read too much into that.
Too much into it yet.
Yes. And the other thing is, if we look at something like fortifications, I wonder what the noun project will do with that. Should bring up some kind of castle. So often it's a good idea to teach things visually.
Fortification would be an interesting word to see what happens with that.
Yes.
And how we can link that with maybe 20th century history.
Yes. Well, yes. But there you go. You've got some nice pictures there that look like castles, which I think is the best you're going to get without just picking off the word. So for each of these, it will try to do a search from the noun project. It will give you the definitions and the synonyms. So all of that is available for you so that you can have a little look. But I would imagine with the kind of document you were talking about, there was already some, I would imagine there would be some useful pictures within there to help you going. So this document is now yours. I will share it with you later when I'm not screen sharing, and you can see instantly what's going on there. And if you take your own copy of RDPT, you'll be able to just copy and paste this. So what I normally do now is I just copy and paste the document to wherever you want to use it. And I keep the main document there for you all. Right. Going to stop my screen share for just a second. How are we doing for time? 5 minutes. Stop screen. Okay. So
this was like a magic wand.
Magic,
right?
Yes. I was just thinking that.
This is very powerful. I mean, just so much of analysis just being done because you have an extension there. Amazing work, James.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of background is prepared because if, let's say, I'm teaching 16 to 18-year-olds, it personalizes that, or at least gets it ready for that age group. If I were to
absolutely,
use
because
this,
you would know if you're going to hit that age group. What I do suggest to everybody is that you copy and paste your documents in there. Don't have tons of that RDPT around. So once you've downloaded it, use that as a copy and paste tool, and then copy and paste it into other documents. So that document there, I would then copy and paste into another document for you. So you have one document with your working document with all your tools and things in there. Okay, so it's easiest just to have one document with the tools and then just pass the rest off to them as you need it. I think I have taken my time, so thank you very much.
So I think some of us might just want, the few initial bits as to where do we start? How do we go back to it? So if you can take us through the initial steps. So we install the extension, and then what do we do?
Install the extension, okay.
Right.
Hang on, let me pull it up.
Just so that we know where to go for it.
Oh, you mean the actual website?
Yeah, I think I clicked on the open the beta and I was asked to copy. And I think once I got the document, I've got the reading power tools right there on the
That's
menu
right.
right on top.
Yes,
Yeah. So I don't think
that's
I need
right.
to
We don't
separately
need to set
download
it.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Once you've downloaded it and gone through that process, the menu will appear.
Yeah.
And we
Is that what
keep
you're
just
asking?
that, and then
Yep.
so we just
Just
maintain
reuse that
that as,
document every time.
and then reuse
That's
that
right.
document.
Yes,
Right.
then you use that
So
document every
just
time.
wanted to get that again clearly spelled out as to
No,
what the
absolutely,
process
because
is going to be.
especially when you get people tuned in about halfway through and miss that
Yes.
important bit.
Right.
But you
And I
go
think
onto
this is
the
going to be
website.
so powerful for the primary school teachers, where the students are just starting to read.
Absolutely,
And I think this
because
is
then
so powerful.
then the beginner, intermediate, all of that leveling becomes really important. Once you go
Yes.
below 10, you need to actually be looking at those high frequency words in a bit more detail. For secondary teachers, you just want to be looking at the low frequency words. For primary teachers, the levels become very important. In fact,
Very
I'm
important.
happy to share my screen again just to give us a little bit more so we can just
So I've
make sure.
again put the link of the website in the chat.
Yeah.
So for those who are watching us or have just joined in,
Yeah.
you can click
So
open that website and get started.
So if you look at the difficulty guide, and there are instructions on the website as well. I've obviously done a live demo for you just now. But if you look here, if you're a primary teacher, you should be looking at these areas here as well in much more detail, because then you do want to be much more actively editing the vocab. And for younger children, you should be looking at these three areas here and really actively teaching those.
And I think this is going to assist with assessments as well, that which child has reached what level of reading skill.
Yes.
So it does also help with individualized feedback for students,
Yeah.
something that we teachers always struggle with, that how
Yeah.
to give the most meaningful feedback to my students. So I think this is like covers right from planning my lesson right up to assessment and feedback to be given back to the students. So I think this is super powerful. And you were talking about the website. I was just having a look at the website. It's got everything that anyone would need to get started with.
Yes.
I think you've got
If you click the
instructions here,
learn button,
FAQs.
yes.
Yeah.
So
So
you've got
that's
everything there to help you get started. I mean, of course, it's always best if you you have somebody to teach you as you go along. But in these times, we're able to reach more people. But there we go. So I
James,
hope
you
this
have a
is.
YouTube channel as well, where you probably do a couple of tutorials on this.
Yes, it is actually linked directly from the website. So if you go to the learn, you will see straight away.
On the instructions, yeah.
Yes, so there is
Actually,
getting
my net
started
is slow
video.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, if viewers have joined us a little late, somewhere midway, and you didn't quite know where we got started and how to get ahead, that's what you do. You just go onto the website, and there are very clear, the tabs are right there.
Yeah.
And
That's right.
there are YouTube videos
So yeah,
there,
there's
so you just
videos that
get
I've
started with
made,
that.
and Edulissability SETI has also made a video on it as well. So
Yes.
it's pretty well covered. But also there are more advanced features and the research behind the tool and how to teach vocabulary. So all of those things are there for you. So there's the getting started video, which was what I did live just now, basically. So you can watch that as you go. You can also just click the download button if you don't want to scroll anywhere. So that's there for you. And if you do hit any problems, there is a frequently asked questions as well.
Yes. Yes.
At the other extreme,
And of
if
course,
you're more interested in linguistics, there's more material there for advanced users.
yeah, I think this is wonderful. This takes care of I'm almost all levels of teachers, beginner teachers, teachers who are kind of somewhere in the middle of their careers, even senior teachers. I think it's such a powerful tool, and not just for teachers who teach English, but anyone who teaches in English. I think
well,
this
everybody's an
is
English
powerful.
teacher in a way, aren't they? Because
Yes.
whenever you're teaching anything vocabulary wise, you need to simplify and do that. And particularly if you're teaching, for example, a social science or anything where you're going to use extended texts.
Yeah.
Slightly ironically, I very rarely need it in computer science.
I was just
Computer has
thinking,
its own
you
language.
started with that even in maths, we are looking at those word problems, right?
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
because that is where our students actually struggle, um, which we, in the junior classes, we also call them the story sums,
Story sums.
because
Yes.
the students are not able to analyze the words that are connecting together the arithmetic operations and algebraic
Yeah. And it is,
ideas.
I mean, you do, I mean, for that kind of thing, a lot of the time you have to directly teach it, but sometimes it's the incidental language. It's the language that threw people out. I was teaching my tutor group the other day, and we did some survey that we've been given, and it was very British English, and it was talking about the local council. And in Malaysia, that means nothing. We don't have local, you might have a state government, you don't have a local council. I don't know if well, in India, I can't imagine what the scale of things there.
No, we do have local governments as well, but yeah, the names would be different. So if my
you
students were
wouldn't
reading
talk
something
about
about
your
local
local
council, I
or
have to
youth
explain to them.
groups. Yeah, it was very, very British, and it was like
Mm.
nobody outside of England would know what they're talking about.
Yeah, so it again is all contextual, and the
Yes,
where
it
you
is.
are. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, and also it's about, it's about respecting people's cultures and respecting the material that you've got it, but also localizing it and making that choice between this is a culturally important document, or this is a document I should edit and make appropriate to the students who are in front of me. Even within England, things like Shakespeare. If you're in the north of England, I'm not sure how relevant Shakespeare is to your day-to-day life, and so you've got to bring that to the person, and all those kind of things. So yeah,
there are amazing
thank
pieces
you
of
very much
literature,
for your
but
time.
yeah.
Thank you, James, for taking time out to join us today and to introduce us to this wonderful possibility. One would not have thought of having a tool like this, which would really make not only an English teacher per se, but any teacher who's interested to understand the kind of text one is dealing with or one is giving to the students, whether it is to their level or not, and what kind of possible, I would say, the difficulty level that it is carrying, and what kind of expectation that we have from our students. Sometimes, we are not able to estimate that whether it is
Yeah, I
the
mean
right level or not.
that was the thing. I mean, this was a COVID lockdown project, because obviously we got locked down for a long time in Malaysia, and I was going through my old hard drives, and it all started with lists of words that I had, because I was at some point planning to write a paper on linguistics of some sort. I can't even remember what it was, but obviously I got as far as compiling all the lists together, and I was like, that as a program is a very powerful thing that could help teachers. And so that's what I ended up doing, was putting those lists together and sending them out so that teachers could understand the difficulty of what they were teaching and using, and that it all seemed to come together, So
Great.
yeah.
So
Absolutely,
good
yeah.
that you have used your computer science to not only restrict yourself to the programming that you do in your computer world, but also taking it forward. And that is what science is for. It is not meant to be
Absolutely. It's always
restricted
for the
to.
betterment of people, isn't it?
Yes,
And sometimes
Absolutely.
people forget that computer science is all about solving people's problems, in whichever way it is. And
yeah.
I mean, I think we've seen a lot of powerful examples of that.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us from all across Malaysia. And yes, as we were chatting earlier, Malaysia is also gearing up for Diwali celebrations. So happy Diwali to you and to all
Thank you
our
very
viewers as
much.
well.
Please do
Uh,
celebrate and enjoy. I know I
yes,
will be.
right. Take care. Take care.
Take
And
care.
we have a few announcements to make. So if you are going to stay around, you're most welcome. But yes, definitely, if you have more important agendas, you definitely can exit, and we will see you around. And again, as teachers use this tool, and if we get more queries, we will reach out to you and we will seek your help on this.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think the
you
viewers
just
can.
contact me on Twitter. It's the easiest way.
Yes,
Yes, the
your Twitter
Twitter.
handle is right there on the screen.
Yes.
So take a screenshot, viewers, so that if you have any questions, you know who to get in touch with.
Yeah. Thank you very
Right.
much. But as I say,
Thank
it's
you.
also
Yes.
contacts available on the website too. Thank you very much for your time. And
Thank you so much.
congratulations on reaching your first year. It's a
Thank you
truly
so
impressive
much.
gig. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, James.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Take
you,
care.
James. Bye.
Right. So that was
Wow,
that
that was
was
good.
that
Good,
was really good.
absolutely. One
I'm
would
very
never
excited.
think. Yeah, I know. I can understand because you deal with this, right? You deal with this language, and you are working on with the children all the time who are struggling to comprehend the heavy text that they are reading every day. So I'm sure you will put it to use, and other educators who have joined us today will test it out, see its amazing effect. Just with one click, what wonderful information you could get. One didn't even have to worry about, again, when you think about any tool, the one of the concerns that we often get is, but I'm not a computer science teacher. I would not know the coding. Well, nothing has
Yeah,
to be done from your side. Everything is getting done magically, and that is the beauty of, tools like this. So definitely, it is amazing, 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 right?
absolutely.
So,
And I was just thinking of all the teachers, especially in middle school. I think the struggle is bigger in middle school because a lot of our children, I mean, I'm not even talking about children with special needs, some of our regular kids, because we don't read anymore so much.
hmm,
Vocabulary is always a struggle, and I know any child who's struggling with English vocabulary tends to struggle in social science as well. So I think as much as English teachers have gained, I have gained, and I know some of my department members are here today, and I know their heads are buzzing with ideas, and soon I'm going to have a meeting with them, and let's see where we can take this tool and how it can help us plan better, identify better texts, and help
yeah.
the students along the way. So I think it's going to have a huge impact. So all those viewers who are with us, do share this ahead with your colleagues and friends, and all you have to share with them is the website, and everything else is right there. You don't have to go anywhere else looking for any other tool, to really supercharge your English teaching with your students in class. So, Sangeeta ma'am, what's
Let's,
next?
yeah, to wind up the 4 weeks of celebration, we did plan and we did announce on 17th of October that we are planning to, one, we had opened up a competition, and we did have some prizes for the best meme that comes our way. We didn't get too many responses, to be very frank, but whatever came our way, we are happy, and we are happy that three educators did put their mind together, put their mind to it, and they made an effort and they shared it on social. So we
And some of
definitely
them
have
shared
three
multiples with
entries.
us, so that was nice
Yeah.
as well. So thank you for
Um,
that.
yes. So the third, that reminds me, I can see only three in the deck. So we don't have more added in the deck there. So which one was the multiple? We have to see that. So I'm going to work on that as we chat
Yeah,
along. But the second thing was, we were looking for a Kahoot that would be opened up today, will be shared with you, and the participants can attempt it at their own pace. That is the plan. And I'm looking at our next session happening on 13th of November. That is the second Saturday, hopefully around that time, if not exactly that. But we would be bringing up the GEG APAC gamification session around that time. So the Kahoot would remain open till then. And again, it's something based on, of course, us, what we have done in this month. So that is what is going to come up. I'm going to just put that link also in the chat so that you can all get this. And we are looking at an idea that you might be the one to get the highest score. And if you do, then we will announce the prize that's going to come your way. Right?
yeah.
That's the
So the
plan
so the
for us.
Kahoot questions are based on the 4 sessions that we've had so far. So if you've missed any of the sessions, just go back to our YouTube channel. All the sessions are there. Watch them at 1.25, 1.5 speed. That's my way of catching up on all the pending YouTube live streams and videos that I need to catch up on. So that's a tip for you there. Speed up the videos if you're okay with somebody really speaking fast. So and James, of course, shared with us that you can now, if you switch on the closed captions, you can also choose your language. So I think many of the major world languages are covered. So if you're more comfortable in Hindi or in Tamil, do try that out, and let's see how that goes. So watch those 4 sessions. We've had some party sessions as well. So the Kahoot questions are going to be based on that. So we wish you all the best. Yeah, has the
Yeah,
link
but the
come up?
first thing that we are, no, I'm putting the link for Kahoot,
Yeah.
but we want the audience right now, because we want you to decide the best meme that has come our way. So we've got 4 memes. One of the educator has sent 2, but you're not going to see their names. And you're only going to see the 4 memes that are coming up. And I want your help in picking the best that
one.
you are looking at. So I'm going to show you the possibility of, so let me see how to get my meme back up here. Okay, I'm going to do a little because I had too many things opened here. So I'm
Open,
going to
yeah.
screen my share bar, share the screen, but I'm going to go and try to play it around in a minute. Right, so I'm presenting the slides up. Take a look at it, and Sanchita, confirm me as it loads. If you're able
Yeah.
to see, right, they're coming up. Okay, wait.
Yeah, they've come up.
Wait. Yeah, I just have to fix this. This is D, not C. All right, so this is the one, a little bit of on the spot editing being done. So we have 4 memes, as I said. This is the D. Then we have a C, and we have a B, and we have an A. So now for the audience, I'm going to keep moving them one by one in a difference of a few seconds. And we want those who are joining us right now. I know there are around 20 plus people who are live with us right now. We need your help in choosing the best meme so that we can give away our prize. And so go ahead, use the chat, take a good look at all the 4 memes. And we had the brief that was given to them was to keep the memes around either GEG Delhi NCR interaction with them, or how the technology, educational technology, has made a difference for them. So these are the 4 memes that have come in. And go ahead, take your time,
And just
think
put your
about
option, yeah, your favorite option, just put in the chat, A, B, C, or D.
Right. So this is D, this is C, this is B, and this is A. Let's see if we have any responses coming in the chat. Do we have any responses coming in the chat? I have one response, I guess, coming in the chat, but no, not many. Take a minute. Let's just go ahead and do it, please, for us. Let's not have us throwing up maybe a wheel of names kind of a thing to pick the winner. We can do that, but
Viewers'
waiting for
choice, Viewers'
audience,
Choice
viewers'
Awards.
choice. Yes, viewers' choice awards. So please help us decide A, B, C, or D. Giving you a few more minutes to decide, and then otherwise we'll find an alternative. It has to be decided today, because those educators who were sending us these, who have posted it on our Facebook or have put it in the GEG Delhi NCR WhatsApp group, you of course can join either of them or both of them. And so we want to take this forward and appreciate their effort. So C is this, B, and A. Okay, so let's see if we have any responses coming in there.
We've got 2 responses.
We've got 2 responses going for A. Okay, so should we look at and take that as a decision? Maybe one more minute for people to take a call, but Janki and Sita both have chosen A.
Yeah. Thank you for your response.
Thank you so much. You've made our job so much easier. So again, putting it up as to
okay, we've got another
one?
response. We've got another response.
We'll go with the majority. I know there is always a lag between the YouTube and
and
the
the
live
StreamYard.
session. Yes, so definitely we don't want to be rushing you. And this is D. So this is D,
Okay,
C,
one more.
B, and A. So if you can read this, this is how do I make my lessons interactive and interesting online. And the second one, which is the cool one, says thanks to our awesome GG educators, now I feel confident while teaching online. This one is online teaching before attending GG's NCR sessions, and this is the cool ride, online teaching after attending GG Delhi NCR sessions. And yeah, of course, oh, don't tell me to teach hybrid. Online is pretty cool for me. So that's another one for you. And of course, the classic
The
baby
baby.
with the baby who might be now 20 years old. Wow, what a feeling. Finally, I made my students happy with my tech skills. Mission accomplished. All right.
Okay,
So
Uma
that's
ma'am might
for,
be reconsidering,
uh-huh.
I
So
think.
Uma has sent A.
Yeah, but I think she on YouTube is showing that she's just retracted that message. Maybe she wants to change her mind. So that's interesting.
Okay, that's interesting.
Okay,
All
we'll
right,
give it
but
another
Uma
30
has,
seconds.
yes. So we have three A's and one for D.
1D.
Okay, so
Okay, so who's the winner?
that's interesting. Yes. So winner, let's say, I think if we look at three A's, we'll go for A. And that I'm again going to show you the slides. I did hide the names down in the speaker's note so that nobody gets to see who it is. So the names are, we had, and I want to thank, in fact, all who did share these memes. We have the first one is from Renuka. So we have Renuka
Woo!
Talwar, definitely a very, very, I would say, passionate and excited educator who's always, joining us for most of the sessions and has been very, very enthusiastic about
And I
everything
think
that we
Janki
do.
ma'am agrees. She says that all have done a great job, but A truly is relatable. So it really is. I do agree there.
Thank you, thank you. That helps us to say why you chose that. And this one is by Nidhi Bajaj, another I would say follower of ours who's been with us throughout the journey. So Nidhi Bajaj has made the second one. The third one has been made by, I'm doing a copy paste so that I don't waste time, is by Gitika Babuta. So Gitika is also, as one say, a Google fan, and she has made this, and in fact, she's made the other one as well. So thank you, Gitika, for your enthusiasm. Absolutely, and you were so excited with this opportunity to join us in this little activity of ours. So just taking time out to do it, that itself is amazing. So thank you so much. So the price that goes to Renuka. But what is the price? Let's just get that sorted as well. So Sanchita, take me through what are the decisions that we had made about the price.
Yeah, so yeah, as my system is also pretty slow, I'm just gonna go into that slide. Uh, Everything is super slow today.
Right.
So I
So
think
do
what
I
we
put
are
it?
giving away is a book creator premium account for 1 year.
Hmm.
So which means that you can actually use book creator not just to create your own lessons but also engage the students in creating books within your library. So now you can actually create a library with this premium account. So it's a really this one is really valuable for teachers. So that's and I think Pear Deck as well, a 3-month premium version of Pear Deck as well. And I think we all know how powerful Pear Deck is in engaging students in whether it's an online class or even a hybrid situation. Pear Deck can be such a powerful tool to keep the students engaged right through the class. So that's the price for
Yes.
Renuka ma'am. So yes.
So this is what we had decided on. So there were two prizes. I pulled out that slide. I hope it loads. So we had two prizes. The first one, this is what we had shown the other day. So the best meme will be getting the year-long premium subscription to Book Creator, and that's what Renuka Talwar gets. Yeah. And the Kahoot is going to be just shared with all of you. That is going to, the winner of that will get the 3-month access to Peer Deck Premium. I wish I can get that. But yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
my premium has expired, so I need to get one.
Yes.
Yeah, so maybe, but we know that the ones who create or ones who own are not going to be the will not be competing and will not
Hosts are
be
not
getting it.
competing. I wish
Hosts
hosts
are
could
not
compete.
competing. No, we are not competing, and we are not going to win anything either. So coming up is the Kahoot quiz link. I'm going to copy that link, and as I said, this is going to remain online. So it's coming up in the YouTube right now, and you can. They're very basic questions, but go ahead, attempt these, and submit the Kahoot, and we will announce. So choose your name carefully when you start the game, so that we
Yeah.
can.
So
So
we know who
Sanchita,
you
just
are.
test
Yeah,
it for me. Can you
I
just
will.
test that link for me? I'm
Yeah,
putting
I'm
it in the
testing it right
private chat.
now to see if
Yeah.
it's opening up.
I'll also put the pin of Kahoot, because if you have an app, you might want to use just directly the game pin. So that is what is also coming in game pin, just in case you want to just start playing the game directly. So that you
Yeah.
can go to so that is the game pin coming up in the YouTube chat right away.
Yeah, link is working. Link is
Okay.
good and working. Yeah.
Right, good. So go ahead, you can play it right now as we are talking, and you can finish and submit it. It's very, very simple. Good luck to all of you, and we'll see who does it, because the time does matter, right? When you go play Kahoot, it is the
How
time
quickly you do it.
accuracy. So you are going to be getting that price of Peer Deck Premium access for 3 months if you get the highest score, and we will announce that in our next
I
session.
think Sangeeta ma'am, we had two book creator subscriptions. So I think we're giving away this for Kahoot as well.
Is it the
Yeah,
slide
because
doesn't
that is
say,
what
so we
Vibha
will
had told
confirm.
me.
Okay,
Now, if you
good.
check the slide, it kind of doesn't say that this is for Kahoot and this is for. So whether it's meme or whether it's Kahoot, you get 1 year
Yeah.
premium access to Book Creator, the paid version, and 3 months premium access to Pear Deck.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just check that and see if there's something missing somewhere or not. So there seems to be, because we have had a little bit of a mishap with the participation certificate as well, seems like.
Okay.
So yeah, I've just got a message. There seems to be one something gone wrong. So I
We'll fix
will
that.
have
No
to
issues.
check
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That'll get fixed
So
quickly.
I will send you another link just in case we need to get that sorted out. So as you see that, the team, when we don't have all the members, little bit of emergencies and some
Emergency.
kind of goof up comes in. So definitely we are going to send you another link right away, just in case, the earlier
And we'll also,
link
yeah, and the
had
link will also be there in the description box.
Yeah. So in case you
So
missed
that,
it
yeah.
and you have, had submitted the earlier form, please excuse us, and you can join in and submit this. So I've just got the message from one of our followers, and I'm fixing it right away. Thank you for letting us know. There must have been a little bit of a missing. All right. So I think, again, thanks for letting me know. I'm going to put another link in the chat, and do submit this and get your participation certificate. Thank you so much for joining in. Or if you don't get the certificate, don't worry, submit your
We'll
email
send it
ID
around.
and
Yeah.
we will send it around. We'll send it to you. It might be that we just need to get your details, and I will make sure that you get your
Yeah.
certificate as soon as possible. Thank you for joining us today. It was a good session for us as a learning point, that we need to have all the wheels always smoothly running. A little mess somewhere when we look at planning going here or there, certain things do not work, but technology is that we can always fix it. Nothing is broken
Yeah.
forever. And today's
Yes.
session, the tool that we had focused on and asked you to join in, definitely was something which helped. So have you put another link in the Facebook as well? Thank you.
Yeah, I put in the
That's good.
Facebook as well. Yeah.
Thank you. So thanks to all our audience who has joined in today for today's session. And we definitely will keep looking for more and bring you something more exciting in the month of November. November is going to be the first session that we are going to plan, will be on gamification. And that is one of the special GEG APAC monthly session that we would be bringing to you. And then do let us know, what exactly are you looking forward to? What kind of sessions help you the most? What are your interests? Send us out a message on either of our socials, and we will be happy to have you, give us those ideas, and somewhere or other keep us on track, so that we know exactly where we are, how we need to improve our sessions.
And also,
So,
if you are interested in sharing something, you've tried out something really interesting with your class and you think it really
hmm,
went well and you'd like to share it with a larger audience, please reach out to us. And we will, host you on our live session, so we can spread your learning and your skills to a larger set of people. So that's open as well.
right, absolutely. Um, And we are again going to be announcing the GG APAC Staying Connected session very soon. So look out for those announcements. And if you've not watched our earlier sessions, go to our YouTube channel or our website and catch up on those. And if you think you are one of those educators who has learned and who is ready to share at a bigger platform, at a platform where more sessions are going to be packed in a particular day, do fill up the form as and when we send it out, and be there with us. We'll look forward to hearing from you. So, with that, bye for now, and take care. And of course, happy
Happy
Diwali
Diwali.
to all of you. Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali, and take care and be safe.